Hey there, you're listening to Genoa's Arcs, a self-reflective podcast exploring transformation with purpose, honoring growth and connection through awareness and presence. This is your host, Genoa K. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This episode contains reflections on trauma and emotional recovery. It is not intended as a substitute for professional advice. Please trust yourself and seek support as needed from a licensed mental health or healthcare provider. The views expressed are those of the host and do not necessarily reflect those of any guests, sponsors, or platform providers. As the creator and host of this podcast, I believe that service and sustainability go hand in hand. The idea that serving others must mean depleting yourself or working for free is a myth I choose to not perpetuate. While much of this content is freely available, you may hear sponsored messages or occasional requests for financial support, all of which help to keep this space alive and well. Some content may be offered through a paywall as a way to honor the time, energy, and skill it took to create them. If access to paid content is a barrier for you, please visit the show notes for more information. This is the fourth episode of a storytelling series within this podcast called The 6 Arcs, a Spiral Journey into Emotional Recovery. Each arc contains 10 episodes and traces a story of emotional recovery, reflecting the non-linear, often turbulent nature of finding the way back to yourself. Arc 1, Reclaiming Innocence, is where it all begins. The first moment you realize something is stirring. It's about awakening and making contact with the parts of us that trauma buried, distorted, and silenced. It's the beginning of a return to play, curiosity, creativity, and to the deeper truth of who we are beneath the coping and despair. This is the phase where our inner world doesn't announce itself with fireworks. It tiptoes in, often disguised as a question. Remember me? On the past few episodes, we've explored the meaning of innocence, how it's been lost historically and individually, and how reconnecting with our inner child can begin to shift that narrative. In this episode, we'll explore one of the most powerful emotional recovery tools we have, play and creativity. Reclaiming innocence isn't just about what we release, it's about what we reclaim. And for me, one of the most powerful ways I began to recover my sense of self was by returning to the things I used to love, before the world told me I had to earn my worth. Part 1. How creativity helps us reconnect with joy and safety. There's something sacred that happens when you create just for the sake of it. No deadline, no approval, no performance, just process. Whether it was drawing, building, singing, dancing, storytelling, or things like making jewelry, writing, and listening to music, these were all forms of emotional expression before I even knew the words trauma or emotional recovery. When I began returning to those creative outlets, not to monetize them, not to turn them into a side hustle, but to just be with myself, something softened in me. The tension started to ease, the loneliness became less consuming, the need to find instant validation, especially through things like dating apps, started to quiet down. Because here's what I realized. Creativity gave me a safe container for my emotions. It let me process feelings that were too big or too complicated for words. It let my inner child speak without fear of being punished or misunderstood. Part 2. Why play is necessary, not frivolous. We grew up hearing that play is for kids, that it's childish, that it's a distraction, but here's the truth. Play is the language of innocence. It's how children explore the world, build connection, and process life. So when you've lost your sense of innocence, play isn't just helpful, it's necessary. Play lowers stress hormones, it boosts creativity, it improves your ability to solve problems and access joy. And more than that, it brings presence. You can't play and ruminate at the same time. You can't be truly in creative flow and also be stuck in shame. And yes, this includes things that don't seem productive. Rearranging a room for fun, singing in the shower, writing poems no one will read, building something just because you want to, dancing in your kitchen to your favorite song. Part 3. Ideas for reintroducing play into daily life. If play and creativity have felt out of reach for you, you're not alone. Trauma often teaches us that pleasure is dangerous or sinful, or that it must be earned. But I promise, play is your birthright. You don't have to deserve it, you just have to remember it. Here are a few gentle ways to reintroduce play into your daily life. Start with nostalgia. What did you love to do as a kid? Try one small piece of that again. You don't have to be good at it, you just have to let yourself do it. Make space for unstructured time, even 10 minutes a day, where you're not multitasking, not consuming, just being, can make a huge difference. Simply observe what comes up. Use your hands. Craft, bake, garden, doodle, build something. Hands-on creativity is grounding for the nervous system. Play music, not for performance, just to feel. Let sound be a way to move energy. Don't worry about being silly. In fact, chase silly. Let yourself laugh at dumb memes. Say things out loud in weird voices. Let the light in. Let the rules go. Reclaiming play is one of the kindest things you can do for yourself. Because when your inner child sees you having fun, just because, something inside them says, maybe we're safe now. Part 4, Closing Reflection. You don't have to be healed to be creative. You don't have to be stable to play. In fact, these might be the very tools that help you get there. So if you've been in a dark place, if you've been living in survival mode for far too long, try adding a little bit of play into your life. One spark of color, one moment of laughter, one tiny act of creation that no one else even has to see. That's how it starts. That's how innocence remembers its way back home. Whatever path you choose to take, I'm so glad you're here. If you've found value in today's episode and you'd like to support the ongoing creation of this space, you'll find ways to do so in the show notes. Support here is always optional, but also deeply appreciated. On the next episode, we'll dive into the messy middle of emotional recovery, how trauma disrupts our sense of self, what emotional recovery really looks like, messy, non-linear, powerful, and how reclaiming innocence fits into the bigger picture. Until next time, take good care. Genoa's Arcs is written, recorded, and produced by Genoa K. Original music composed and produced by Genoa K.